Hello, welcome. Picking up where we left off yesterday, we had gotten into about an hour and 45 minutes of my rides over the last week. And so I adjusted the time as if we had started this at 8 a.m. Now that it's 9:43, we would be about here. We did see this yesterday, however, but I had just arrived home. And I think what I originally did here was I took the camera and I wanted to stick it on the pepper just for a minute to record the size of the pepper. And then I think I forgot about the camera for something like 45 minutes. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. Water underneath. I think it's the last garbage pickup, not garbage, yard waste pickup of the season, and this has gotten rather overgrown. Oh, this is yard working. Kids like it. Yard work stream. But our internet wire, these bushes is like growing into this bush or something. Okay, now over there, but still, this needs to be dealt with. So, some barrels. Yeah, this side of the yard, it's like out of sight, out of mind. I don't go over here, and it's kind of cool. The kids play here. They build their fairy houses, but the bushes have grown into each other, and it's the bush that forms a barrier between the yards. So it's kind of like a shared responsibility between myself and my neighbor to take care of it, and it's probably annoying to him that it's like this. So we're co-working now, doing some yard work. Maybe I should fast forward a little bit here because this is going to be a lot of sitting around, I think. Oh, this is kind of exciting. Whoops. Yeah, these electric trimmers are pretty nice. Ego is the company, and the batteries are interchangeable. There's a mower, there's a leaf blower. I'm sure you've seen my leaf blower before. I don't know if I've demonstrated indoor dusting with the leaf blower. It's pretty great. You have to clean everything up, of course. When the place is totally tidy, you just blast through with the leaf blower. You get all the dust. You just blow it right out. You open your front door. You blow it all right out the front door. You'll be amazed at how much dust is in your radiators. And you keep it clean. You take the leaf blower. You get it all out. Well, so yeah, I have to be careful here because the internet wire, I don't know if you can see the internet wire up at the top. That's part of the problem, is that I didn't want somebody else to come in here and do this. And yeah, that's the internet wire shaking all around. Don't want to cut that. And so this is the key here, part of the key, the tarp method. You have a good tarp, you put it underneath, makes your cleanup so much easier. I'm kind of limited because I'm using barrels to get rid of it. If there were a place to take this, like when I do this at my mom's house, I could just wrap this tarp up and throw it in the trunk of the van. Take the seats down, wrap this thing up, put it in the van, just take it to the transfer station. This way I'm going to have to, because that's on metal, stuff it all into barrels, which is a huge pain in the butt. Yeah, trimming the hedges. What I should have done, I should have taken before and after pictures and had them, I mean, I guess I had before and after video, but I mean, you used to have to like crouch down to get through here. And the kids loved it. It was where they built their fairy houses.
It's a child screening board.
But you do have to be able to walk. Trying to go a little bit ahead, but not so far ahead. We don't need to spend so much time looking at the leaves sitting on the tarp. But the tarp method is the preferred method for any, I think, hedge trimming or what else? Yeah, I guess hedge trimming. Well, I mean, leaf blowing. If you blow all the leaves into the tarp, you can just roll them all right up. Barrels are such a pain. Anything. If you're trimming the edges, you put the tarp underneath the edge, and like 90% of all the stuff, it falls right in the tarp. You roll it up like a burrito, it's great, you get rid of it. Hey, Mama Loons, welcome! Mama Loons. Let's see if my shout out is working. Kind of on the fritz yesterday. There we go. 3 on the ball. I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. I have a 90th birthday party that we're going to later on. My aunt is turning 90. She might have already turned 90. But that should be a lot of fun. There should be a ton of relatives and cousins. And that was the biggest side of the family, I guess, with cousins. Because there were 3 children who were my cousins, and then 2 of them had 2 kids. One of them had 4 kids. But that was all older than my kids. So you could it's almost like a perfect, you could line them up if you went oldest to youngest, and there would be 2 to 3 years between everybody, and occasionally an overlap of like 2 people born around the same time. But so there should be a whole bunch of kids, and they have a pool there, so that'll be nice because it's going to be hot, and it will be. Yeah, thanks. It'll be nice to see family. These ones too. Yeah, so the burrito method, the burrito tarp method, you can take all the stuff and you can kind of squish it down here. It'd be so nice if I could just take this directly to the transfer station like I could down the Cape, but it's got to go in barrels here. Let's get ahead of this. I'm going to get to that after. I'm going to do some more trimming. This is like putting it in the end and then cutting it some more and filling barrels and more barrels, and it's just nice that they come to the curb and take it all away for us. We cut down a tree in the backyard last year and just cut it into enough pieces and stuck it in a barrel. They take it away. No, that's not going to be good anymore. I didn't get any sour cream. And it's taco night tonight in this video. But you can see, I mean, this is sort of like the halfway point. You can see the before and after. It used to be like that pretty much the whole way, where one bush had grown from one side into the other and it was completely overgrown. And so at this point I've cut half of it. And then you can see the tarp is underneath this new section that I'm going in to cut. That one on the right that I'm cutting right now is, you can see where, I could show you where the thorns went into me. I hate that thing. I think I have a little bit of an allergic reaction to it. Or it just might be that the thorns break off really easily, and so that's what happens, but I hate that thing. I wonder, I was thinking about simultaneously building the new e-bike, because I have not had time in the last few days, and I kind of have a little time this morning. Well, 10 o'clock. I have an hour to work on it anyway. Maybe longer. But no more than an hour and a half, because that party is at 2, and we need to be out of here at 1. There it is. Oh, no, 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 no. To adjust a little bit more to get space to do the thing. There, how's that? You can see what a mess my house is. My school papers. The great thing is all the school papers, another couple days, they're all going in the recycling. Battery backup down to 21%. Get that thing charged up. There's the plug. Oh, $50 each for a tire. Oh, if you can put any tire on that size. Yeah, you probably can. When I brought in the bike that I have now, or when I had that tire replaced, they ended up using a different tire because they had it in stock, and I think it was either I don't think it was... No, actually, that was my pedal bike in a separate time. But they did end up using a different tire because I was comparing them afterwards, and I don't think it's one that they got from the manufacturer. I just looked it up. Yeah, as long as exactly it's like good enough for an e-bike and it's not you may have to have pretty serious treads. I'm gonna take the headset off because it isn't gonna work. Look on the bike. Well, so I'll just have to watch the chat, and I can't really hear anything. I guess I could borrow my son's headset. He's probably using it right now. Get this thing open. I might get to take it to work tomorrow because I forget. I think they're going to get haircuts before school tomorrow, which is the last day of extra math school. And so I don't have to drive my daughter. I can ride my bike. dark, probably. Add light here. Yeah, that improved the lighting a little, huh? Let's see if I can get this higher up so I'm not bending over to read what's going on. See what is going on. Plug in again. Before I run out of batteries. Sorry, everything's on the fly. That's kind of. Okay, step one open here. How's the view like? Michelle's got it pretty good. I swear I saw a step, step 2. Open. It's covered with the sticker. Step 2. Look at the sides. Can I make it bigger? Is it? I don't know. There it is.
Hi. Yeah, I think so. I think they went inside for a minute, but come on. Backyard right now. If you want, you can go back, or I can send them up front. They're in the backyard, yeah.
There was an issue. They had emailed me to say that the. I guess I should look for instructions probably. They had emailed to say that the Comfort. Amazing pieces of cardboard. I don't know if anybody's. They had a cardboard around here. These things are. Look at this. How much solid cardboard is right there. I'm supposed to get like a suspension seat post, comfort seat post or something like that. That's got like a bounce to it, and you know, like a spring to it. It's the color. This looks like it would have the instructions. Caution, charger in box. Way smaller than the charger for my big bike, but that's the ultra fast charger. Oh, this doesn't have a charger. This is pedals. Pedals. Small box or something. This looks like, oh, this is going to be the headlamp. Headlight. Some kind of hex tool with, oh cool, a few different heads, so there's like replacement parts. The last one had this too, and I don't think they were all replacement parts. Some of them were necessary for the completion of the thing, but excellent. Ah, this must be the charger in box. Caution, charger in box. Alright, so it's not very much smaller than my old charger, but a little bit. What is this? Okay. From China. What is telling me where in China this charger came from? Second wheel. Another bike had instructions, I thought. Another pretty cool piece of cardboard. I don't know. Pains me to let go of those things. I mean, obviously I'm not going to get rid of this string. This string is great. All these things are tied in string. That's so awesome. I don't know why I find that so awesome. I'm just glad it's not like plastic zip ties that I have to do. Ah, here we go. I knew it. Well, it's just the front wheel installation instructions, but I don't know. I'd much rather have, look at all this great string I just got. I'd much rather have this than a bunch of zip ties that I'm throwing in the trash. Okay, lay bike gently on the drive side, or have a friend lift the bike by the handlebars to raise the front fork off the ground. Okay, so we're just going to lay it down on the drive side, asterisk. Be mindful not to damage the derailleur or other drivetrain components when laying the bike on its side. So don't smash your bike really hard on the ground. Oh, there we go. Thanks, SiriBot. Good bot. Anyway, okay. I feel like installing a front wheel might be one of the last things I want to do. I kind of want to look at this thing first. I guess watch the first ride video to guide you through the unboxing process. I mean, is that going to also guide me through the construction process? Or, I mean, I'm sure there's things where it's like, you know, don't smash this, or don't smash that. Don't smash this on the ground. I think it's the other. Ooh, it's got a normal kickstand. That's pretty cool. It's not going to have one of those mega. I mean, it's probably going to be stronger than a regular kickstand, but. Pretty much everything's been paper, apart from those strings. There it is. This is an extra strong. Oh, it's all like glued together. I'm gonna mess with that. That is something I'm trying to avoid. Spin this thing over. It's still pretty heavy. Still pretty heavy. All right. Stuff with words inside of here. Why didn't I look at this? Lithium-ion battery safety manual. Come on. I don't know. I guess some stuff you have to print, and some stuff you don't. Maybe. I'll watch some of the videos then. So this is an electric express. Electric. And those QR codes. Express 2.0. Electric Express 2.0 setup guide or whatever. Here we go. Essential to read the owner's manual thoroughly. Where is it? Where is it? In this thing? I mean, this has got the handlebars in it. Like, why would you put the... Maybe in this? No, this is just the wheel. The wheel, its rim, the tire, everything. Lead bike on the drive side, or I mean, this is just like a quick reference sheet. This isn't a something that you read thoroughly. I mean, you read it thoroughly. You read it thoroughly. It's not necessary to instruct somebody to read that thoroughly because there's not enough there to not read it thoroughly. That's all you can do is read all the words that are there because it's a very simple step-by-step explanation. Up here with the handlebars? No, there's no instructions here. I mean, obviously I could just download it, but... in there. Looks like I do not have a comfort seat post. They were correct in saying that. nothing in it. This is just cardboard. I mean, I guess I'll just look it up. But it's weird. It's weird. User manuals. This is Express 2. Okay, Express 2 user manual. Like safety instructions, safety messages, helmets, e-bike regulations, riding at night, wet conditions, pre-ride safety checklist, signals warnings, on-product warnings and tags, 2 pedals, electric charger, torque wrench bits, display, battery keys, torque wrench, extended hex wheel, step 3 only. Okay, diagram, serial number. I should probably just take all the packaging off first and get all the packaging out of here. Deli meat and cheese for lunch. Sounds delicious. For roast beef today. Alright, headlight with the reflector right on it as well. I mean, this headlight, it's not great. It was just part of the automatic upgrade. It's like they throw all those upgrades together and you get them all. The old one broke. It like banged around so much that no matter how much I tightened it, like I tightened it almost to the point of it breaking. Oh, these are easy. I don't know if I should show what I did there if it matters. This little pole thing here, you could just kind of like pull this out and then you stick it in. Stickers. It's like just like with Legos. I hate stickers. Whether you're putting them on or taking them off, stickers are the worst. And these ones aren't coming off very easily. Look at all that. All my effort is not going into doing this cleanly. Yeah, I mean the kickstand does look bigger than usual, but it's not. The one on the other bike I have is like it's like a motorcycle kickstand. It's humongous. Like, I don't even think my wife is able to operate it because I have to like put so much effort into pushing it forward. Sure. Yeah. Yes. Alright, still just kind of opening everything up and looking. This is the computer. It should have been obvious. Oh gosh, you'd be in a lot of trouble for crashing into a police car. You get in trouble. Well, if you crash into a car and it's your fault, then you get in trouble a little bit. How did the e-bike build to the streams? I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I think you can get a ticket for getting in a car crash. I think it's something that they don't do. I'm just thinking back to driver's ed, and I think you can get a ticket for being in a car crash. Battery, and they're centered, which is. And I think probably if you hit a cop car, they'll probably give you the ticket. I think when just two people hit each other. Okay, it looks like what I do is it's kind of like if it wasn't witnessed by a cop, or if one person. The torque wrench thing they gave me. And then, yeah, I should have looked at the instructions. Where did I put the? I think they let the insurance companies figure it out who's at fault. But there's like a cardboard spacer here that also issue a ticket. This cardboard spacer right here. But like I say, I think if you're at fault, you hit a cop car. If I crash this thing into a cop car, I mean, here. Cop car almost always has the right way. I guess if their lights aren't on, they're technically the same as me, but. First, this thing. It's really just talking about the tires. Nothing else. Probably be easier to do. Well, in the picture, the handlebar's already on there, but I think the tire is probably going to be easier to do when it's laid flat. This thing is going to So it tells me to lay the bike down on the drive side. Definitely not as many cars out as a week ago. Private schools are on vacation. I wonder if it makes that much of a difference. Their fancy French names. Graduation happens, so maybe the seniors aren't all driving to school right now. It's not strong plastic, it can't be something important. Okay, lay it down. I probably am also supposed to package this. What do you think? Are we going to catch up to those cars? Sometimes when they get slowed down, also part of the shipment, we catch them. Okay, so the wheel is undone. Somebody turns left, we'll catch them. A lot of people use them to cut through. There's something plastic in the packaging. Bubble wrap. Okay, so that red thing was the slider to prevent damage to the front brake pads. Okay, so install the front wheel by aligning disc brake with the caliper brake pad slide. Oh no, I skipped from the through axle from the box with the charger. That must be up here. Charger. Sorry, the charger's over there. Goes now. Through axle. Put the compound straight ahead. Follow the top. Going this way. Alright, this thing's got zip ties and it's got, I don't know what, there's a through axle somewhere. Looks like it's already in. This looks like it's in through axle. What else is in through axle? This is in there. So. I'm going to figure this thing out. Install. There we go. And then it's just because it's instructed. We're gonna wait and we're gonna cross after these cars. Oh. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Open. There was no pressure at all. Adjust, close. I mean, yeah, it's like a quick coupling kind of thing. But there was no pressure at all. Once the tire's in there, maybe there will be pressure. There's nothing to like make it work. Okay. Thank you. The direction of the tire is easy because the caliper's there and it just matched up with that. Okay. Ooh. told me to lay it down this way, so it wouldn't make any sense for me to put that in there from the other side. Match those up, fits in there. I mean, that looks good. Firm stop, good. 1/4 of an inch gap between fork through axle. 1/4 of an inch gap between fork through axle and don't make any sense. Oh, look at this, we're riding again. Good. Torque wrench usage, okay. Torque wrench, right side of the launching line, small lines, 5mm hexagon wrench. I take that thing off. Take that off. Put that on. And then we're gonna torque that thing to whatever this is telling me here. Newton, whatever. Micronewtons. A lot of bots today, huh? Bots are all out. Sunny day, all the bots are out.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, the ones that we have
Okay, so take this thing. How do they say I get the cardboard out? Something's really sticky. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That side of the cardboard that was so sticky was on the floor. There was that one side that was still so super sticky. I'm squashing it into the floor. All that glue is sticking itself to the floor instead of the cardboard anymore. This is like, glad I stepped on it all those times. Glad I put the weight of the bike on it. That's probably why the cardboard was moving so difficult for me to move the whole thing. It was half glued to the floor. It was stinky. That sucked. I'm glad I kind of realized it, I guess, before all of it re-glued itself to the... Damn it. Hey, SolarVonics, what's happening? Great to see you. SolarVonics, one of our big winners from last episode. Flashlights, it's going pretty well. I've decided to work on this bike was probably an ill-fated decision because I kind of have a time crunch because we're going to my aunt's 90th birthday in like how many hours now? Well, so we should depart in 2 hours, and I just discovered, like, when I opened the box, there was one side that still had a bunch of really sticky glue gluing it together, and it was like came apart in like a kind of way. And then I just discovered that one of the sides of the box was on the floor this whole time. And so, thank you. But so I was putting my weight on it as well and gluing this giant cardboard box to my floor. This is my new e-bike. I've got the cargo bike that you'll see me riding around here. I mean, you've seen me riding around here all the time. This one is lighter. It is a single bike for me to ride. Hopefully I'm going to ride it tomorrow to work. I mean, the thing is still a beast. It's like 60 pounds still. Oh man. But it's more liftable than the other one. The other one, it's like I have to lift it in stages kind of to get it in the car. And when I'm not with the children, or cross my fingers, I'm going to try to talk my wife into trying to ride this. It's more like a regular bike. It's definitely heavier, obviously, than a regular bike. But I mean, that's the thing. I think that she's scared. My other one is close to 90 pounds. What should I do here? I feel like I should put another piece of cardboard down where there's still some glue that hasn't come off yet. I can see the streaks of it. If I put some cardboard here, maybe I can like peel it off later. I'll just squash that down to the ground. And thank you, though. I appreciate it. It's part of the reason I chose this brand is it's the best-selling e-bike in America, and also one of the top like value brands. Where, I mean, this bike, I was able to do the 0% financing over 3 months. If I pay it off in 3 months, then it'll, you know, not cost me any. Let's see. Remove the pre-installed. Okay, so totally remove this thing. Definitely want to make sure before you remove anything completely, you know, you don't want to remove it and then like, drop the piece down the front fourth or something. Like, sometimes this stuff they don't want you to take it off completely. All right, so I remove this cardboard spacer here, and then you know what I should do? Well, so I didn't get a video of yours because you don't have any. Where is it? You don't have any VODs or any clips, so I wasn't able to make a little clip montage or anything. But everybody should go and follow Solarphonics. Has really fun streams, making music live on the computer, and choosing the instruments, and you know, instrumental, or maybe there's like sort of choral, or I don't know what you would say. What's going on here? Oh, that's for the computer. Okay. All right. So the front, it goes like that. Just the computer mount had like spun way around, and then I mean, it looks like I have to align it myself here before tightening it. Again, I should be looking at the directions, but I don't know. I mean, I did look at it just now, and there wasn't anything about aligning. Maybe there was. That's pretty well aligned. But yeah, so this has a much smaller battery capacity than the other bike, but I'm carrying less weight again because it's just me, and times that I am going to work alone, I don't need to carry all that extra weight. The pannier bags for the other bike fit this one, and so I already have those. I mean, it's got this rack on the back, max 60 pounds. Like, I'm not going to put a human on it because I have an e-bike for transporting humans that can transport like 200 pounds worth of humans, theoretically. Although I wouldn't do that anymore because I don't want to wear out the tires again. Oh, yes. Pull yourself up a chair. So yeah, this is it. My other bike is really close to. There goes the computer. My other bike is so close to 3,800 miles. So 3,700 something. I really wanted to see if I could get that up to. It has 5 digits on its odometer. I wanted to try to get it up to 10,000 miles. It would take me, I think, three years to do that. It's probably going to take a lot longer with this thing, but we're really thinking that our kids are going to eventually be riding these as well, because the children are almost old enough. I mean, we're not going to let them. I'm not going to let them do it younger without my supervision. I might let the kids try these things. I might let my 14-year-old try it, but I would do it only with my supervision. I wouldn't let him just take it out, because there's a lot of kids that are riding these things like lunatics, and I'm surprised there aren't even more horrible crashes reported than there are. We live at the bottom of a big hill, and there are these girls that come down on their scooters, and they come down like flying, like trying to knock each other over, kind of. And somebody else was saying, human crayon. That's what you call it, a human crayon. I think for motorcycles is usually what that refers to, but I'm sure I'm one of them out there. You're going to see that old man later on that yells at me for making a left turn. He called it cutting him off, but really I was just making a left turn, and I signaled my turn. I'm allowed to make a left turn. I'm on a bike. That's the reason I kind of pulled in front of him, was because it was time for me to make a left turn, and so I wasn't going to let him cut me off. That's pretty much what it was. He wanted to cut me off. He thought he could just cut me off. Cars think they can just cut you off. They can't. Like, I also get to turn left. Okay, computer getting hooked up. I probably should have started charging the battery right off. I don't know if it's going to have a charge or if it's going to have a... Okay, so I did that. Unlock the stem, slide the stem, unlock the stem, simultaneously pushing the safety button and pulling the stem lever upward. Uh-oh. Unlock the stem by pushing the safety button. What? Fold the stem to roughly 90 degrees. What are they talking about? There's nothing here to fold. This must be for a different model. Step through model. That's why. Step through model stem installation. Okay, so blah blah blah. Skip that, skip that, skip that. Skip that. Adjustable seat height. Adjust seat position. How to install the display. Already did that. You plug the green one into the green one and the black one into the black one. Charge battery before first use. Locate the charging port on the side of the battery pack. And, okay. 48 volt lithium. I knew, yeah, I probably should have started charging it at the beginning, but. Great. Install, remove battery. Install and insert pedals. Tightening torque, bottom brackets, giving me my torque levels. It's cool that this torque wrench is here though, because like I said, those things are kind of expensive. 8-speed gear system. So I think I've got 8 speeds now. That's pretty awesome. I would rather remove the battery and take it over to the other place to charge it, and then finish. Last little things. So removing the battery is a key hole in the side of the housing, and that just kind of popped it out. And then what? Now what do? Turn the key again because it didn't pop out all the way. Oh, yeah, there's another button right there that you press. Okay, so that's not bad. That's definitely not as heavy as the other one. It does not have a display on it to tell me how much charge it has, which is not so great. I'm going to be relying on the computer there. And then, I mean, because I'm a little obsessed with battery life and prolonging the lives of all these lithium-ion battery devices, because that's what makes them bad for the environment, is that the batteries are terrible. The batteries are terrible for the environment, and so we want them to last as long as possible, so we don't have to use as many of them. And so you keep your lithium-ion batteries between 30 and 80% charged is where I try to keep these things. If I know I'm going to have a big day of riding, I might go up to like 90%, which is just an estimate based on the 5 little blinking lights on the other batteries for the big bike that I have. I could bring one of those over and show it. Might actually be interesting. Before I start charging this one, it might be interesting to see the differences between the two. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody cares that much, but there's considerable difference because one of the things about owning an e-bike is if you're concerned that you're not going to get as much exercise anymore, it's not true because you're going to ride tons and tons, and then you're also going to get kind of an upper body workout because this battery is one of the batteries for the mega bike, the cargo bike that can haul up to 450 pounds. And then, I mean, of course, there's all the equipment and stuff that I put on it, so that brings the number down, and you don't want to go with 450 pounds on it. This battery is humongous. It's heavy. It's a brick. It's like, I mean, made up of these really serious elements. It's also the extended capacity battery, and this is the fast charger for the mega bike. So compared to the new charger, this one's all metal on the outside. This one is all plastic. It looks like it has its light right there. This piece detaches as it does with this one. So when I'm traveling, I mean, that's another thing is wear and tear on cables. If the cable's making like a 180-degree turn like that, it's bad. We want our cables to be like this. One side, when it's like this, is going to be bent over. When you're transporting these things in a bag or a backpack, lots of potential to put stress on the wires. You could tell I'm a little bit insane when it comes to things like this, and I'd probably drive the kids crazy with making them shut the door so the air conditioning doesn't get out, turn off the lights behind them and stuff like that. But whatever. Then the difference in the batteries. So the other one, the big bike, it has 2 of these. It has 2 of these because I went with the double battery and the extended life battery. And so it's this, actually they're not even, this feels like it's, I feel like they're about the same. Now that I'm holding them, but I mean the dimensions are obviously way different. And the way that it hooks in, and then this has got these weird ridges that makes it look like a toner cartridge almost. Whereas this is like a trapezoid over here, and then, I don't know, this one seemed kind of standard. This one, whatever, who cares? Yeah, I mean, now that I'm holding both of them, they do seem to be about the same weight. I'm sure there is a difference. But it's true what I say about the upper body workout. Carrying your batteries around, I was actually thinking of seeing if somebody could knit something. So what we would do is, I mean, when we used to go to the Blue Hills, I would sometimes use those sandbags that you put on your hands, so that when you're walking, you know, you get like a little extra whatever. I mean, this thing is so heavy, but it's about, it kind of matches up with like the size of your forearm. So like if you could make something that you could ride your e-bike. We could ride our e-bike up to the Blue Hills, and then we could go for a hike. I could strap these things on my arms, go around, and like be frightfully strong. Decided ultimately it wasn't necessary to do that. Alright, I'm going to plug in this other thing so that I can actually take it on a ride. I'm going to need a new mirror. I have mirror recommendations. If you buy a bike from Lectric, their mirrors are not great. If you are planning on riding, not even riding in close quarters. It was parking the bike, because the bike is so heavy. Sometimes you're parking it and you bump the wall next to you or bump into things. There was too much plastic in those. They both broke pretty quickly, and I just ended up getting the mirror cycle. It's like RCYCL. It's got metal in the whole thing. So I have to actually give you your shout out. Yeah, Solar Phonics is really a lot of fun to hang out. You go, you hang out, you pull up a chair, you relax, you listen to some really peaceful music. Depending on what he's working on at the time. I mean, I think I've only ever really encountered nice, as I say, nice peaceful music. Thank you. No, it's nice. It's always fun to go and hang out for a little bit. But not a little bit, because you usually stream for a good hour anyway. Not usually longer than that, right? I mean, you usually keep it to an hour or so, and then it's cool to see. I don't know what the program is, but I always thought it would be fun to do some sort of digital composing. I don't know, like, always been partial to ambient music, like Brian Eno. Basically ambient music. I went and I got all those albums back when CD players were the thing. I still have a bunch of his, like Plateau of Mirror and I mean, they're older than that. They're what's the one he did? Apollo Atmospheres and Soundtracks. And that one of the songs was, you know, it got some popularity from being in the movie Trainspotting. But the whole thing, it's fun. It's, you know, just like this ethereal kind of relaxation. Whoops, wrong way. And to date, I think that's the kind of music that I've heard at Solars. Oh, but you also did Stevie Seal's theme song, which is the awesomest. The whole thing is so adorable. I love that so much. I mean, I'm lucky I come with a theme song built in. But if I needed a theme song, I would be hitting up Solar Phonics. I would be like, give me one of those. Please, please, kind sir. I didn't look up how to install this fender. I'm just assuming that these 3 screws that align pretty well with the screw holes on the fender itself are going to be the ones that I want. I mean, I wonder if I should check to see if there's a washer or something that goes here first. Because there were problems with the front fender on the other bike. That was the issue with their light. The part of the fender here in the other bike is not as solid. This like wire, it's like a flat piece of metal, but it still has a hole to hook up to here, right? So you screw it on there, but it broke. The bottom half of it broke off because it was too thin. And so, oh, and Zab as well. Absolutely, Zab's theme song. How could I even? I mean, I think I've had it stuck in my head for the last couple hours since Zab finished. I mean, that's like the ultimate. I had no idea. I had no idea that was you as well for such a long time. And some kind of beeping. Oh, it's beeping because I'm running out of power, I think. Uh-oh. Somehow this is not providing power. Wow, okay. I think that might have been that beeping. Because what else was beeping? Nothing else is beeping. Zap, 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 blocker. Zap, 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 blocker. Zap, 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 blocker. 83. Let's go build some Lego. And I didn't know for a long time if it was let's go build some Lego, or if it's Lego, let's go build some Lego. And then I was like, I don't care. It's both. It could be either one. It could be both. It's whatever mood you're in that day. You could say Lego the whole time. You could say let's go the whole time. Build some now. Zap, 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 blocker. Zap, 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 blocker. And then I forget what, there's something that we did to adapt it that was like, I don't know, it was for one of his sets specifically maybe, but yeah, so these are great. I went back and I bought another bike from the company. It wasn't just because it was $100 off, but that was nice because they had like a $100 off if you're already a customer. And I think this is the first. This was like the initial release of the Express 2.0. I have to keep looking to see what the name of it is because, I mean, their thing, it's electric with the E knocked off of it. So Express with the E knocked off of it. Expedition is my other bike with the E knocked off of it again. They don't like the first vowel and it makes it a little more extreme. I don't know if it's because I'm a like 80s kid, 90s kid, that if you put an X in front of everything, it just made it cooler. And so that appealed to me. You know what I'm saying? If you want something to seem cooler, you just put an X in front of it. I wonder how many people they sold these bikes to. Alright, what's going on here? Get in there, you bum. Get in there, you bum. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Is it like backwards on this? Am I backwards? Why won't this go in? This is really frustrating. I mean, I might go get my eyeglasses, but it's like, no, lefty loosey, righty tighty, lefty loosey, righty tighty. It's the way it should be. Why is this not? Is there a different screw on the top and there are two different screws on the side and I just didn't notice it? Oh, so dumb of me. So very dumb of me. There are two different screws. And so I was using all the wrong screws. Okay. You need to not get glued to the floor again. So let's put something here. Stop that from getting glued to the floor. So the narrower of the screws are these two. Yep, that's working. Okay, and then the big fat one goes up here. Okay, and so righty-tighty would be like that from this direction. Oh, come on, I slipped again. Okay. Come on, grab a hold. Okay, there it is, got it finally. Okay. Okay. It's good. So far, so good. Anything happening in the video? We're still stuck in. Let go. Oh, it could be saying let go. Let go, let go. Like two little kids fighting over the same Lego piece. Let go, let go. Alright, let's see how this silly thing goes on the front, because I mean the thing about these is that, okay, first of all, the way that the light and the reflector are oriented. The reflector you want to be pointed right at the cars. The light you want to be pointed at the ground in front of you in a way that the cars can still see it, but not blinding them and shining right in their faces. And so that's one of the reasons you want your bike light to be way up here, and you want it to be pointed down. So now my reflector is perfect for any cars that are coming up from like an underground garage, in which case the light is going to be shining in their faces anyway. But where does it go? Does it just get wedged in here between the fender? It probably does. I was probably supposed to wait and wedge it in here. And then honestly, this reflector is completely useless in this position. It's like reflecting any light that's bouncing off of my black fender up into it, back down again. I might remove it and put it on my other bike, because I think my other bike's reflector broke. And I don't know where or when, but it's gone. So I might just take this off and or blower, install it on the other bike. Because the other bike, the wire broke, the wire here, from this thing constantly bouncing up and down because of the stupid way that it was attached. This wire ended up getting so much stress on it that it broke. And so with it halfway frayed, it was only a matter of time before the actual wires broke. And then one of the wires broke, and then there was one night where it was like a little bit rainy and wet, and I had to get home, obviously. And there were sparks. It was like cross-circuiting, so I removed the whole thing, I unplugged it, and I took the whole thing off. And that's when I went and I bought this little piece of crap LED light that you can magnet to things, or that you can... I mean, it's not that crappy, but I went to the Marshalls, which is like the kind of like second store where there's either some kind of manufacturing defect or it wasn't popular or whatever, and it's like kind of closed out stuff. And so I just, I use these little things and I stick it on the front of my other bike and it works. But it's like with the mirror. Why am I trying to force these crappy mirrors that came with the bike to work when I know there's a good one I could just buy and use? I could just buy one of these handlebar mounted ones and point it down and it'll be great. But I am a little bit excited. Does my other bike have 8 gears? The problem with the other bike is that you can't do any more when you're pedaling. Like, the gears don't go high enough for you to still be able to put some kind of a difference into your ride to like it's like you might as well be in the lowest, whatever, like the gear that gives no resistance. Let's see if there's anything else here in the instructions that I missed. Could make this screen bigger again since it's see how that battery's doing. This is my solution to the weight of the batteries. Is I have a dedicated bucket. I have a dedicated bucket for carrying the batteries around. I put 2 batteries in here, and I can carry the bucket. And the bucket's pretty heavy, or I put them in my backpack. I have just one battery. Across the street neighbors are getting rid of their play set, swing set. Their kids are all grown up now, they don't need a swing set anymore. There are bikes made by the same company now. Or it's not the same company, I don't understand exactly. Uh-oh, back on the bike. Hey, Abneen, what's happening? How are you? I just finished building, assembling the new e-bike. I bought a e-bike that is just for me and not for hauling children and cargo. And hopefully, I keep saying this, my wife is nervous with the big e-bike. That thing weighs close to 100 pounds. It's like 90-something pounds with the battery. This one's still pretty heavy. This is like 60 pounds, but it's more like a regular bike. The tires are normal size. other bike is definitely a lot longer and it has a huge turning radius. And so hopefully I could talk my wife into riding this. And my children are going to be 16 pretty soon, and cars are expensive. E-bikes aren't as expensive. And kind of wanted to buy it before they become get either more expensive, or they might eventually make these things illegal, or they might kind of like nerf what's considered legal. But give admin an AI shout out. Let's see what it comes up with. Good eve, dear flat. Okay, so I don't know why it addresses me. Anyway, welcome to my lace curtain salon in the IRL chaos. With 5 viewers are basically royalty. Now come knit, weld your worries away, and say hi. Follow HTV.admin. See, I don't know why it includes this thing about 5 viewers. What the purpose of this thing is. Whatever. Not really. And then maybe the batteries are not the fan. That's the thing that I think I should have the battery of the big bike. The battery of the big bike has like a charge meter built in it. Just finished charging. I stopped it and went back to with car because you don't want to overcharge your batteries. Battery life, that's like the most important. To me, that's one of the most important things. The battery life. From reading about it, if you want your e-bike to really sort of pay off in the long run, you don't want to have to continue to buy that. The battery, the other e-bike I had, it was $2,000. The whole thing was $2,000. The two bikes were half the value. The two batteries were half the value of the bike. Hey, Kels, what's happening? Welcome. We'll see if this thing. We'll see if this thing does anything good. But the AI shoutouts, I haven't been working that great, as I said. I bought this e-bike so that I'm going to say it again. I'll probably say it 1,000 times. When I have 2 people or 3 people, or I'm hauling cargo around, the other e-bike is great, but it's really heavy. It's like 90 pounds, over 100 pounds probably here in the batteries. This one's still about 60 pounds. Being ridden to work tomorrow. One time my wife was riding it. She doesn't want to ride she didn't even want to try the other one. Like, this is more like a regular bicycle. And you can just kind of like get used to it being an e-bike. It's not this behemoth that has a huge turning radius and everything else. I'm going to shrink down. Yeah, I decided to do that last minute. Otherwise, this is my new feature. I can't remember if you've been here for it. If you remember Highlights magazine for children, that was in every dentist's office ever, and you had to find the hidden pictures, and that was the best part. I told my wife about my idea, and she was like, yeah, that was the best part of that magazine. Everything else sucked. You had to read those stupid articles. But so we've taken that part, and since I know about what's going to happen, I've taken some little pictures of some of the things that I encountered when I was going through the videos along the way, and you look for them, and you find them, and you make a clip, and then you get a mega shout out. I've got mega shout outs for Mama Loons, for Solar Phonics, and for Eroom Kim, who all found the hidden pictures in the first flashlights. But we're looking for this guy. You see the guy in the top right corner. I see that guy riding around town all the time. I don't usually get him on film. But I saw him twice on this particular ride, so you'll see those two. This guy first time, and this guy second time. He looks kind of like Santa Claus, and he's got a Pan Mass Challenge shirt, and looks like a character. He always waves or something. Then people engaged in an unknown activity on the bike path with multiple mobility chairs. These 3 people were on the bike path. Same location that the saxophone guy was at last week. They seemed to be something. My first instinct was maybe they were doing something drug-related, but then I noticed how many mobility scooters they had, and maybe they had like a little animal or something. But it seemed like they either didn't want me to see what the 3 of them were sharing between them, or perhaps they were protecting it. We'll have to wait and find out. Let's see, the police and the construction crew were blocking the bike path even though they were doing nothing one night, and just kind of continued to stand there and stare at me while I went around them. Another thing is this house covered in flags. They were all kind of new flags. They looked like, I mean, they all had creases in them still. Why is this house covered in flags? I don't know. It's just some random house out in the middle of the suburbs. Oh, and then this one is great. This old man, thought about this guy a few times since then. I'm not really a road ragey person, but I'll get a little road ragey in response. This old man who rolled down his window to tell me to learn how to ride my bike. I found that out because I caught up to him later to try to see what his deal was, and if I could address any concerns he might have had about my bike riding. And, yeah, he said I should learn how to ride that thing, and I told him I signaled my turn, and that he should pay more attention. I should have told him they should take his license away before he kills somebody, and he should get off the road, old man. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. You make a clip of any of these. Oh, and then, there was this one also. The police watching a guy change his tire, and all the bikes that were on the side of the road didn't make it into the image because yeah, it just would have sprawled out too much. But the guy had to change a tire, and the police were there to help make sure nobody crashed into him while he did it, I suppose. Clip any of these things, you get a super mega shout out, like Mama Loons. Ooh, guess what Admin is up to? What's going on, Admin? Solar Phonics. Oh, we still have to wait. Maniacal laughter. I'm gonna guess. Well, let's see. If it's something fun or something work related, or something both. Oh, did I skip over PA Landers? Did we miss PA Landers just now? PA Landers is a Hingham-based, like construction, ready mix, concrete. What else do they do? I mean, they've got big trucks on the road all the time, kind of in the area. And oh no, we didn't see PA Landers. You don't usually see them off the highway, and so the place that we saw PA Landers. The other thing is my dad used to always call it out whenever PA Landers trucks were there. He'd be like, PA Landers! And so it just kind of stuck. It was like it was a thing, and I thought maybe it would make it into this game. Every time I see a PA Landers truck and it makes it into the stream, we're going to shout out the PA Landers truck. And so we should give a shout out to E. Rumakim. That's Mike Moore backwards. Oh. Channel I'm shouting out does not exist. E-Room Kim. My father-in-law just purchased a farm tractor. Wow. Now we're headed to my house to potentially do some impromptu landscaping. That'd be fun. Well, you'll be able to do a lot with the tractor. I had some landscape. I don't know if you saw earlier, I had some landscaping. The bushes next to the house got way out of control and had actually engulfed the internet wire to the house. And so I didn't want to pay anybody to do it. I don't want to pay anybody to do it anyway because I've got a electric hedge trimmer, which is so incredible to be able to go anywhere with a battery on it. We used to have an electric hedge trimmer that was corded. A tractor. Well, so are you going to like till up the whole soil, or you can pull out some roots, or I don't know if I've ever had a whole tractor at my disposal. Hey, Janu, what's happening? Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we're hanging out. This is my new game. Like in Highlights Magazine, in every dentist's office across the country. Oh, you're working today, of course, of course. Hope you're having a great day. Taking a little break between clients, probably. But so Highlights Magazine in every dentist's office across the country. The best part of the magazine, like my wife said when I told her about this idea, was the hidden picture search. And so you'd have to comb through those stupid articles and the whatever things that they did. It wasn't that stupid of a game. It's okay if you're like 6 years old. But the hidden picture search, that was where it was at. And since I know what's coming in these videos, I've taken still images that are coming up, and when you find them, then you get a little shout out, and mega shout out, which just kind of cycled through the whole day. You can see across the bottom, Mama Loons. Mama Loons found 3 clips last week, which were fantastic. Eroom, did I spell his name right there? I did. Eroom got a clip. He didn't actually clip it, which is okay. You don't have to do a clip too. But he was there for one of them. And then Solar Phonics found the yellow Lotus that was driving down the street here one day, which is a little bit out of place for my particular neighborhood. Yesterday, I was busy playing chainsaw, helping out the neighbors with the mess the severe weather had. I remember you saying that before, I think, about all the downed branches, and then everybody's leaving them out by the side of the road, but they're not coming to get them, right? It's like... They're way backlogged, right? So using the tractor, you're just going to probably gather it all up and...
Truck decided to park right here.
Whoops. Gather them all up and put them together and... maybe dispose of them, I don't know. Yeah, we lost a bunch of trees. I was actually going to get the same company, Ego is the company that makes the hedge trimmer and the leaf blower and the lawnmower that we have. We have 2 batteries for them already, so it's like basically perfect. You use one, and then when you go get the other one, you start the second one charging, and it's not like it's perfect, but you know they'll get you a good hour and a half of, I mean, not like steady. If you're steadily using it, maybe an hour and a half you run out of the battery. But then you got brush to clean up. There's always things, you know, you got to kind of stagger everything you're doing so that you don't just go through and cut everything down at once, and then at the very end, or like sit around and do nothing while the thing recharges. You can start cleaning the stuff up and getting it ready to go and whatever. We talked about the tarp, discussed the tarp method of trimming hedges, where you put a tarp under everything and then you just roll it up like a big burrito. This is interesting. There's a child out there. My neighbor across the street must be selling their swing set to somebody, because there's a truck with like a little, not a very big, flat, like a 16-foot. It's like almost a homemade trailer. I mean, whatever, they built the bed themselves out of wood. And I know there are services that will come and move your swing set for you out of the angle. So that's the other thing. I mean, this guy must not be a pro necessarily, because
We'll probably go through it here,
the
right?
trailer's going like this. You don't know if you would ever opt for a battery-operated chainsaw. Yeah, I mean, I hear that. I could try to get my dad's chainsaw fixed up. It's been in the shed for 30 years unused. Yeah, I mean, it advertises up to 150 cuts per charge. And so, I mean, they always advertise like the maximum with like a brand new battery at 100% charge, to the point that you've like damaged your battery by charging it so much so that you can get those 150 cuts for the statistic that will help you sell them.
Grocery store right now.
I'm just hobbyist. And we're talking about like a quarter acre worth of land, half acre maybe at my mom's place. I'm doing it for cleanup. I'm not doing it to cut trees down. I'm doing it to chop up the down trees and at my leisure. So I don't know. I hear that though. I mean, battery's not the first choice when it comes to things that you need, like torque and strength for. But I don't know. I mean, here's my new e-bike. I'm somewhat sold using what I already have. I think that's part of what we try to make the things we have last the longest. I guess that would be an argument for trying to get my dad's old chainsaw fixed. I could at least take it in and get it priced. But I think it's only I want to say it's a 16 inch. And so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't been paying much attention to the stream. I don't know if anything's happened in the video. We might have been close.
You guys having a contemplative...
Oh no, we're going. Okay, I see. We're leaving Boston now. We're about to leave Boston. The line is somewhere right here. Red. The light on the charger was red, which I imagine oh cool, it does have a meter on it. The meter goes by color. There's a little LED right here, HL. H is blue, L is red. And so we're charged. Let's see what this is.
Oh Lord, should I be nosy? I'm gonna be nosy.
Power.
Up there.
Oh, that's a much better display than go to Sport Plus. Turbo! That's new. 90% battery. It's giving me a number to go with it. I like that too.
Fire.
Okay, so that's turn right signal, turn left signal. Cadence, trip time, trip distance, and timer. That's pretty cool. Motor power, input power, amps, voltage, a lot more information on this. And then that's that. I'm pretty psyched. Oh, that's right, yeah. I remember that, because you've got a log splitter and everything, right? Yep. Yeah, I mean, I like to have random fires, too. I can usually get enough. Hey, Mama Loons, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, usually, I mean, I guess I buy my firewood, and then I just gather up the twiggies to like, get it started. There's enough for that from the yard. I mean, I don't have the patience to wait for it to dry out properly, and it's too much work. It's a pain to have to deal with wood that's not all dried out, where you have to flip it over so much more, and then all the bugs, all the dead bugs. Oh, Mama Loons, we get another shout out from Mama Loons. Mama Loons found 3 clips last week. 3 clips. She got a bonus clip of somebody riding a scooter without a helmet. It was almost like a traditional scooter, but I think it was electric, but like a Vespa style scooter, as well as the girl saying that she controls the traffic. And what was the third one? I forget what the third one was. Oh, but so here, I finished the bike. The bike is all finished. This is my new display, which is, I was just kind of like cycling through the things it shows you, which are awesome. I mean, my old one was a lot simpler than this. And ever since I got in that crash and went over the handlebars, I've only been able to really see the bottom chunks of it. I just went through them all again a bit. But the sax player, exactly. The sax player. Yeah, I mean, you should. Well, so that was the other thing too, is that there's lots of people around. The place I have fires is by my mom's house, and they're these like kind of rural areas. Not a lot of them, but there are places that people are clearing, and they're selling the firewood. I mean, it used to be the cheap place. I mean, literally 10 years ago, 5 years ago, definitely 10 years ago, the cheap place, $5 for a box or whatever, and then there was one that had better fire. It was less like broken up fence parts, and like it was all firewood. It wasn't occasionally crappy pieces of firewood where it was $10 a thing. But then, I mean, now I think it's $20 minimum. But you just do that, right? You just have a box right at the side of the road, and people. I don't know if they do that where you are, but just driving along, it's better than getting the stuff that's shipped from like upstate New York or whatever. And I'm sure it's not, kiln dried and whatever else. But that's why, you shop at different ones. That one guy, he had wood that was kind of crazy. Yeah, exactly, at the Cape. That's what I'm thinking of. You get to know which ones have wood that's good and which ones have wood that's going to be like full of moss and dead bugs, and it's going to like not be any good. They make the little bundles. And buying your eggs, it's like buying your eggs at the side of the road too. You figure out which ones are good and which ones, they leave they don't have the turnover, that the eggs are sitting out there for so long. And sometimes they cook. They're in those coolers and they still cook in the sun. This must be the family, because the little kids. Okay, there's a family across the way that probably have purchased our neighbor's old swing set because their kids have outgrown it. And they've got kids with them. I wondered if it was a service. We considered doing this to move a neighbor's swing set into our yard when we came here, but I ended up just disassembling the swing set arm part and taking the slide off and taking as many accessories as possible off, and then four of us just went, and each one of us grabbed a corner and picked it up, and we walked it 50 yards from one neighborhood to the other. Not neighbor, from one yard to the other, 2 doors over, and then put the side pieces back on. But you could make, back then it was like $500 or $600. Somebody would come, they would disassemble the swing set that you would purchase from someone else, or whatever, otherwise secured from someone else, and they would disassemble it, and they would bring it back, and they would be prepared with little extra pieces of lumber and whatever to replace. Because you end up having to replace a couple pieces of this because they just were rotted through. The ones touching the ground rot through or whatever. Yeah, I mean, some of these people, you get the wood at the side of the road, and sometimes you get stuff like that, like a swing set that they chopped up and stuck in there. Like that guy, you don't go back to get firewood from that one. Like you get some of the not weird, but you end up getting like pressure treated wood or something. And no, I don't want to be burning that. I don't want to breathe that in. Yep. And then, I mean, especially now, because you can just put a camera on it for, like $20 or so, whatever it costs to put a little camera, or ring camera. You point your ring camera in the direction of the place where they put the money in the box, and you make sure it gets all their license plates, and that's it. I wonder if there's something that's supposed to go on outside. This looks really good. I don't think it's going to be this plastic. It's definitely this plastic. Just it's a little bit exposed to me, because that's that mechanism that we remove that front axle with, and I have to kind of like pull on it to get it to release. And the whole thing is just right down here where it's going to end up getting a bunch of grime and road dirt in it. I'm looking at the time though, and I'm thinking, because we've got that party. I mean, it's going to take us about an hour to drive to the party. It's at 2 o'clock. It's 11:45 local time. I should probably should make sure I've given everybody a good shout out. And I know I had one from Mama Loons here for Hero, for Solar Phonics at some point. And I think for Janu as well. I mean, did I give you a proper shout out or just an AI shout out? Oh, I have to wait for that one to cool down. Yeah, so probably the rest of the family is going to get home any minute, and there's probably going to be a rush for the shower. And so I should probably go and take my shower and get ready. It's my aunt's 90th birthday party. Her 80th birthday party was a blast. I didn't have half as many kids as I do now, which is literally correct because I only had 2 children back then. And the cousins, or the whatever you call them, removed cousins, the children of my cousins that are of the same age as my own children will be there. One of them plays basketball for Duke. Basketball for Duke. And it'll be the first time we've seen him in years because he's an athlete, and so he has missed these things. I mean, the last time I saw him was at the 80th, and I threatened to teach him geometry, and that was a little bit awkward because, of course, I'm not going to teach you geometry at an 80th birthday party. This is like a threat of torture joke that I'm making. But yeah, no, he has bad feelings towards geometry. Anyway, let's see who's on that we should rate out to.
Weird thing to do.
Who's on? Oh, look, Stevie's on. We should go check out Stevie Seal. If you're not following Stevie Seal, if you haven't heard Stevie Seal's theme song, made by Solar Phonics, I don't know if he composed it and performed it, or let's go check out Stevie Seal and see what he's up to. Workshop week. Workshop week. Looks like he's cleaning up the shop. I love it. Fantastic. Yeah, Stevie, I was talking about my woodworking teacher that would take our stuff over to his house when we needed somebody to arc weld it for us. Stevie's got the setup here. Anyway, let's go say hi to Stevie, and I hope everybody has a great Saturday. Thanks for hanging out so much. Mama Loons and Janu and Abmeen, and I know Solar Phonics was in, and oh my gosh, okay, now the phone is ringing. Okay, it's my wife. She's probably telling me to start coming or something. Hi, sweetheart. On your way where? Leaving River Street. Okay, I'll see you soon then. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because the difference would be like $10 if it doesn't work, and then you have to go and you have to like deal with that. So that's totally fine. All right. See you soon. Bye. Okay, yeah, I should have started the shower earlier. Anyway, let's go see Stevie Seal. Have a great rest of the weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.